Today we are here on the conclave, which is talking about DigiTech. You can expand it in digital technology. An initiative by ET Government Economic Times to talk about the digital technology initiatives in the government sector, the sector of public service, the sector which connects with people at the last mile, taking this with the responsibility of taking the services to the doorsteps of the people. Sir, you have been in public service. Now you are ACS, and you have been following you from years. I have seen you have done digital interventions like in public distribution, food and public distribution with POS machines, and various different public sector domains you have worked for, be it water, mining, industries, food, civil supplies, district administration, all these things. With all your experience, I want to understand from you that when we talk about these modern technologies like AI, ML, robotics, they have added a lot to the growth and development of this mankind and society. But there are the negative sides as well of these technologies. We have seen negative sides of AI, of robotics, all of these. So I want to understand from you that when we talk about these modern technologies like artificial intelligence, especially in the governance sector, how do you see these technologies evolving, and how do you see that how we can, secure ourselves for future that these technologies are for good usage only, and how should there be any regulatory mechanism, or like what are your thoughts about these technologies like AI?
Thank you, Karthik. So, we have all worked in various areas as part of my job. We have done POS machines and biometric. But somehow of late, I don't know how many of you get this feel. Maybe I'm 50 plus and some of us are 60 plus, so that is a fear factor. Like after you make an online payment, do you actually go back and check your account and say, I hope the amount that I have transferred has not increased by some reason? It happens with me every time I make an online payment. I go back to my SBI account and I still hold on to that little sheet called passbook. And every time my kids say, why are you having this passbook? And somehow what is happening around me, and I'm sure it's happening around you, if I and my wife, and she's a speaker here, she's an income tax commissioner who will be coming, we both sit and we run through the mobiles, internets, and I keep getting these ads of some digital technology, and she keeps getting of jewelry and sari. Now, is somebody watching us? Is somebody following us? I mean, I always thought we saw these movies called Terminator and Matrix, but the last I saw partly was this Ex Machina. So something around the world is happening, which is, as long as it's a service, it's fine. It has to be done. Let that be 100%. But the way the technology is going up, I mean, that is mind-boggling. And why I want to emphasize this, at some point of time, governance will become important. Regulation. You see, we all have seen a phase. We all saw Oppenheimer very recently, and that made us realize what the scene was in 1940s during the Second World War. That was the time when the nuclear technology came, the H bomb, the A bomb. And the world passed through a phase when it realized one mistake and everything, the humanity could be destroyed. So we had the choice. Should we go nuclear in the bomb sense, or should we go nuclear in the energy sense? Because the same nuclear energy could provide a solution to the energy issues. And I think at some point of time, the point which may be getting missed, I could have talked about the POS machine which I implemented, or we implemented, or the government implemented. We could have talked about the platforms we have used to digitize mining work and everything else in Rajasthan and around the country, and there are better speakers than me. See, what's happening is, are we able to assess the pace of the change? I was watching a lecture by Pascal Finit, Singularity University. There is something called the Moore's Law. Many of us have studied that. Gordon Moore, co-founder of Intel, talked about it, that the number of transistors in a chip is doubling every year and the cost reducing by half. This is talking about the exponentials. The electronic world is moving at a pace which is, some people have tried to define it and bring it down to the exponential. Now, what is exponential? The distance from my point to that point is suppose 30 meters. And we go linear 1 meter every step. In 30 steps, we'll reach 30 meters. When I convert it exponential, which means every one step and the next is double, which means 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 onwards, which is based on that small thing, if you Persian story about the game of chess. Now in 30 steps, can you actually imagine what distance will you cover? Any guesses? In 30 exponential steps, actually how much distance will you cover? You can go to the moon, come back and take 12 rounds of the earth, which is 40,000 kilometers. So we have to understand what is the speed of the change, and that little change has probably come or is coming. See, I was watching Yuval Noah Harari's lecture very recently, where he was talking about the issue of AI and human race. Now, we have seen so many things happen. We see the good, we see the evil, and we have always seen a human being behind it. So there was a human being, and whether evil or not evil, but there was never an alien thing. We created something, we said natural was natural, and artificial was something which was not created by nature, human, but there was nothing alien. So when we are talking to someone, we knew it was a human being. But of late, and there is a Turing test which has failed now. The Turing test used to say whether you are talking to an artificial bot or a robot, and it was a proof of it.